Hi everyone, my name is Pandadasa and I'm a mindful leadership expert. And I also spent 15 years living in a monastery in New York City. I know we're going through some incredibly uncertain times. And when with this kind of uncertainty comes a lot of panic, fear, anxiety, just not knowing when it's all going to end. It's also changed our lifestyle, sort of turned it upside down for the first time in human history, where we're now all working from home. And working from home can have its ups and downs. Of course, it can add additional stress now because we have all our family members there. There's kids, there's pets, just all kinds of things happening at home, which we weren't used to. So making it maybe perhaps a little bit more stressful. Maybe there's just more on our plate right now. Now we're having to multitask things at home and things in our work life and managing the kids. So there's definitely a lot going on, and naturally that adds to the stress levels and anxiety levels that were more than normal. And so as difficult as things are, what I really want to do is I want to see if we can make the most of this opportunity. And how can we make the most of an opportunity that's sort of making our life a little bit difficult? Well, I want us to really meditate on, what are we learning from this opportunity? Because all challenges and all difficulties do one really wonderful thing, is that they expose to us what our shortcomings are. A side of us comes out that usually hasn't come out before. What's coming out of us? Is it more selflessness, or are we becoming more selfish? Is it more compassion, or is it just sort of insensitivity? What actually is coming out of us at this time? So this is a great opportunity for us to raise our self-awareness, to understand who we are at the core and how we can use this situation to improve. So what are some positive things that are happening as a result of what's going on in the world right now? What am I learning about myself? How can I come out of this situation a better, kinder, more positive human being? Can we make that our goal? To really come out of this, that once I walk out into the world again, that I'll be a kinder, more empathetic, more sympathetic, compassionate, and friendlier and more selfless individual. If we can utilize this time, because this time is forcing us to slow down in a way that we've never really slowed down before, and that is very valuable. We can't do it on our own, so it's being done for us. It's being done to us. So either we can complain about it and get bitter and just remain all stressed, or we can say that, now that it is happening and there's nothing I can do about that, now that it is happening, how can I use this current situation, this present moment, to learn the most that I can about myself? How can I just improve who I am as a human being, so when I step back out into the world, I can actually make a greater difference in other people's lives? So there's many things that we can do while we're at home. One is, of course, just being more mindful of ourselves. Just as when we are in an airplane, they tell us to put our own oxygen mask on first before helping others. So let's make sure that we are putting on our own oxygen mask first. So doing what we need to do while we're at home to make sure that we are taken care of. We're taking care of ourselves. We're nourished. That we're eating healthier. That we're getting enough sleep. That's so crucial, getting enough sleep, because that'll affect our mood, memory, health, and judgment, all of the above, according to research. So making sure we're getting enough sleep, or trying our best to, now that we're more connected with our digital devices, with our family because of work, taking time to disconnect from our digital devices on a regular basis, which means maybe when we're having breakfast, lunch, or dinner with our family, that those are the times when we don't look at our digital devices. Those are dedicated to our family, to really having a deeper connection with our family in a way that we usually don't have. When was the last time that we had lunch with our family members, or breakfast, or dinner on a weekday? So maybe utilizing this opportunity to go a little deeper in those meaningful relationships, which we maybe have neglected, or we've gotten so busy that they've sort of deteriorated in some capacity. Utilizing this time to connect with relatives or friends who we've become distant from because of our busy lives. So there are a lot of wonderful things that can come out of this difficult situation that we're stuck in. And it's really up to us if we want to utilize this to see it in that way and to extract from it what we can. Another key thing that can help us to deal with all the stresses and anxieties of this time is making sure to be practicing a little bit of mindfulness. And that doesn't mean having to sit and meditate for 20, 30 minutes a day. It could be as little as 3 minutes or 5 minutes. And all it has to involve is taking 5 or 10 deep breaths, really filling your lungs completely. And when you exhale, just exhale and breathe out all of the stress, anxiety, whatever you're holding in, just letting it out, just letting it go completely. So taking 10 deep breaths and emptying out your mind and heart of all anxiety, all stress, all worries, letting everything go. Of course, when you stop, gradually things will start filling up, but that's okay. But let's take the time out to let it all go, because that'll be good for our emotional health, our mental health, our physical health as well, because we don't want to hold on to all that stress and anxiety for too long. So throughout the day, take time out, take little moments to breathe out all the stress and anxiety. Every day, think of a few things that you're grateful for. It could be your family, it could be your friends, the fact that you have food in the fridge, whatever it is, think of some basic things that you're grateful that are still happening in your life. And also take a moment to appreciate a friend, a family member, a colleague, someone who has supported us and encouraged us and inspired us. So again, if we can do these few simple things every single day, they'll keep us less stressed, less anxious, and they'll also help us, these mindfulness exercises will also help us maintain a proper perspective on what's happening in life right now. And it'll help us understand that yes, whatever's here now, it will pass. Just like all things come and go. The summer and the winter seasons come and go constantly, right? So this is a season that we may not like, but it'll also pass. And it'll prevent our mind from coming up with the worst case scenario, which our mind is really expert at doing, coming up with worst case scenarios. We don't need to go there. We don't need to meditate on worst case scenarios because our mind does that automatically. So these mindfulness breathing and focusing exercises of gratitude and appreciation can really help put things in the right perspective. It'll keep us more calm, more present, more focused for our family, for our community, for our colleagues, and it'll just help us get through the day in a more positive way. And then gradually, it'll also help us raise our self-awareness so that when we step back out into the world, we will be a better, more productive, and a better contributor to society. So thank you very much, and good luck with this wonderful time that has been provided for us for self-improvement.